Welcome friends. This video is about the Atmakarka Graha in our birth charts, and this is the most important planet in the entire horoscope, and whenever we are doing a reading we should give utmost importance to the Atmakarka Graha because it is the significator of soul. Atma means soul and Karka means significator. So as we all know that sun is the fixed significator of soul, but in any given chart the person will have the planet which is signifying the direction of his soul. What is the purpose of his soul? That has to be seen by the condition, by the degrees of the Atmakarka. So what is Atmakarka and how you have to find out your Atmakarka? I'll be talking through this video. The planet which is holding the highest degrees in your birth chart would be your Atmakarka, and the degrees could be any. It could be around 29 degrees also, it could be around 16 degrees also, it could be 10 degrees also, but the degree should be highest amongst all the planets, and that comprises of your Atmakarka Graha, and this planet should be given most importance in the entire horoscope because that will tell you what is the purpose of your soul. Now the Atmakarka Graha should be well placed in your charts, and it should not be placed in the trick houses, that is the 6th house, 8th house and the 12th house, because here you will find lots of difficulties in achieving your targets of life, and sometimes the person may not know throughout his life what is his purpose if your Atmakarka is in the 6, 8, 12 houses. And it should be well placed in the Kendra or in the 5, 9 houses of your chart, because these are some good houses and they will help you reach your goals very easily in life, and they will promote the purpose of soul. And the other thing is that the Atmakarka should be well placed in your D9 chart also. So if your Atmakarka is well placed in a friendly sign in the Navamsa chart, in that case also you will find success very easily in life. And see, the Atmakarka will also tell you about your personality traits. So the Atmakarka could be any planet, it could be Rahu, it could be Mars, Venus, Sun, Jupiter. So whatever planet is holding the highest degrees, that will tell you about your characteristics, that will tell you what kind of person you are, what are your capabilities, what are your talents, what are your inclinations, what are your dispositions. So they can be seen by the kind of Atmakarka that you are having. Now a lot of people do not consider Rahu as the Atmakarka, but in my experience I have seen that Rahu as Atmakarka does work, and it does signify and does give lots of results if it happens to be your planet who is holding the highest degrees. One more thing I would tell you is that Rahu, since it moves retrograde, so whenever you have to calculate the degrees of Rahu, you have to subtract it from 30 degrees. Then you will know the exact placement of Rahu in that house wherever it is into. And I always consider the true position of Rahu. I never take the mean position of Rahu. So in this case, you have to consider the true position of Rahu, and after that you subtract it from 30 degrees. So Rahu will become your Atmakarka only when it is in its true position holding the lowest degrees, because after you subtract it from 30 you will get its highest degree, and that in that case it becomes your Atmakarka Graha. And Ketu is not considered in the Karaka consideration as per Gemini astrology, because it is a significator of moksha and it is all about detachment, and that is why it is not considered. Whereas Rahu is about your wants, what are the things you want in life, so it is always considered. And the Atmakarka Graha also tells you that there have been some unfinished karmas of your past life which you have to complete. And if your Atmakarka happens to be retrograde planet, it means that you definitely could not complete some karmas from your past life, and you could not get certain things which you really wanted to, and that is why in this lifetime you are here to achieve those things. So you should definitely give importance to the retrogression factor while you are studying the Atmakarka Grah. Second importance you should give is to the conjunctions. And about the placement, I already told you it should be placed well. Now the third importance is about the conjunctions. It should be conjunct with a malefic, or it should be well placed in its own sign or in its exaltation sign. In that case, it will do you a lot of good and you will get success very easily. And if it is conjunct with a malefic planet, or if it is aspected by a malefic planet, in that case you will face certain difficulties in life. But see, any planet who is, whether it's a malefic or a benefic, if it is conjuncted with your Atmakarka, it definitely gains in strength. It will become very powerful. And see, the second highest degree planet becomes your Amitya Karka. It is also very important to look at the Amitya Karka. And if these two planets, they are conjoined with each other in your birth chart, then they will give you excellent results, and this also constitutes a Raj Yoga. You will get things very easily in life, and they should be, if they are conjunct or if they are aspecting each other, this is a very good combination. And here you can also consider the Gemini aspects. We all know about the Vedic aspects, which could be different for Jupiter, for Mars and for Saturn, and for other planets it's the 7th aspect. But the Gemini aspects should also be known to you while you are considering the Atmakarka and Amitya Karka, because they will also help you a lot. So I'll tell you in short about how to see the Gemini aspects. See, the planets or the signs who are dual in signs, they will cast aspect on each other, which means if you have a planet in the 3rd sign, in the 6th sign, or in the 9th or in the 12th sign, so they will always look at each other. And if any planet is placed in 2 of these signs, it will cast impact on each other. So this is one aspect of Gemini. The other aspect is, if you are having a planet placed in your sthir sign, that is in your fixed signs, then the planet will cast its aspect on the movable signs, that is 1, 4, 7, 10, and the fixed signs are 2, 5, 8, 11. But they will not look at the adjacent house. They will always look at the house which is not adjacent to it. So suppose your Venus is placed in your, say, Scorpio sign. So in that case, it will be looking at your sign of, the next sign to Scorpio is number 9, and next to number 9 is the number 10 sign, that is Capricorn. So here Venus can look at the Capricorn sign. And but if it happens to fall next to it, in that case it will not cast its impact. And similarly, if the planets are placed in the char signs, that is in the movable signs, they will look at the planets or the houses which are placed in the fixed signs. They will look at the signs which are fixed in nature, or the planets who are placed in the fixed signs. So this is how their aspects are seen in the Gemini astrology. Now, as I told you, these planets should be well placed and they tell you a lot. At the same time, I would tell you is, if from your Atmakarka Grah, if any planet is placed in your 6th house or 8th or 12th, these are the trik houses to your Atmakarka. So you will always have problems related to those planets which are in the trik houses to your Atmakarka, and you will also have problems related to these houses, whether they have a planet or not. You will face problems related to 6, 8, 12 from the Atmakarka Grah. Now there is another way to study the Atmakarka. Look at the sign in which it has gone in your Navamsa chart. Suppose your Atmakarka goes to, say, Taurus in your Navamsa chart. So now whatever be your Lagna, make the Taurus as your Lagna and rotate the entire natal chart. So the placement of the planets would remain same, only the Lagna would change. So here we have made Taurus as Lagna because your Atmakarka was placed in the Taurus sign. Now study the chart. You will get the exact picture of the horoscope. You will know the exact strength of the planets, and whatever planets placements are there in this chart, you will exactly get the same things in life. They will give you the exact picture. So if in this chart your second house is very strong, your 11th house is very strong, in that case the person is really going to be rich. If your 10th house is very strong, then you will have a really good career. So the horoscope which is made like this is called as your Karkamsha Lagna. Karkamsha Lagna gives you the exact picture of what you will get in life. Whereas your natal chart, which is called as the Lagna chart, it will give you about the it will tell you about the possibilities that you can get certain things or you may not get certain things, but the Karkamsha Lagna will exactly tell you what you will get in life. So this is the extent of importance of the Karkamsha Lagna in your charts. And the second important thing is about the Amitya Karaka Graha. It is the planet which is holding the second highest degrees in your charts. So this will tell you about your career and about your wealth part, how much you will gain in terms of career and how much you will gain in terms of wealth has to be seen by the study of the Amitya Karka. And if it is connected to the Atmakarka, then you will definitely do well in your life and you will make easy progress in life. At the same time, I would say that your Lagna should also be connected to your Atmakarka, or it should be aspecting your Atmakarka or Amitya Karka. Then you will have a good life. And the Dasha of the Atmakarka Graha is also very important, because during that Dasha you will see lots of important changes happening, and for some people it could be a very taxing period. The people may go through lots of difficulties during the Atmakarka Dasha, and it will really stir your soul during that time. And any planet who is connected to your Atmakarka in its Dasha, it will give you good results. But the thing is, it should not be placed in the 6, 8, 12 houses, because these houses will not let the planet give you good results. And even if you are expecting something good, you will see lots of difficulties during that planet's Dasha who are associated with your Atmakarka, but they are placed in the 6, 8, 12 houses. So another thing is that you should look upon the nakshatra of your Atmakarka Graha also, because if your nakshatra is well placed in the chart and if the nakshatra of the Atmakarka is its friend, in that case the person will find success easily. But if the nakshatra lord is not friendly, the person is going to have lots of difficulties, because see, the nakshatra will actually tell what is the direction your soul is going to have. The planet may be well placed in any given chart, but if its nakshatra is not well placed, if its nakshatra is its enemy, in that case, wherever the planet may be placed, in whatever good house it may be placed, but if the nakshatra is not well placed, you'll find lots of difficulties. So same goes for the Atmakarka also. The nakshatra should be well placed in the charts. I told you about the conjunctions, and now in the Navamsa chart also it should be well placed. And lastly, you should also give importance to the Karaka, who is the Atmakarka Graha in your chart. What I mean to say is, suppose Mars is your Atmakarka Graha, in that case you should always listen to the guidance coming through your brother, because Mars is the significator of brother. And if Venus is your Atmakarka, you should listen to the guidance coming to you through your spouse or through any female, because Venus represents a female, or it could be your sister also. If just like that a female utters something for you, in that case you should take it seriously and you should take her word, because sometimes some suggestions may come casually but they may mean a lot to a person, and here they are signifying your Atmakarka. If Atmakarka is Jupiter, in that case you should listen to the guidance or whatever ideas a small child is giving to you or your gurus are giving to you, because they are your Atmakarka Greh. So you should always listen to their guidances. Whatever they tell you to do, they will definitely work for you. I'll make a separate video on all the different Atmakarkas and how they will control the personality of a person, because Atmakarkas, they definitely tell about what is our constitution going to be like, what are our talents, what are the areas which will suit us, and what are the areas which we are good at, and what are the areas where we will face challenges in life. So this is how we should study the Atmakarka Greh. So friends, thank you for listening to my video. If you have liked it, please do press the like icon so that I should come to know, and it definitely motivates me to make more meaningful videos for you, and I'll come up with something more interesting in my next video. So please continue to subscribe and share this, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you friends.